Hello, everyone, and welcome to part 2 of July 2025 Release Radar. And joined with me is Nicola. Welcome, Nicola.
Oh, hey there. I'm glad to be here again, yet again.
All right, so let's jump in. All right, so a couple new releases. Template library workflow recipes is now in the template library. So we have what we call recipes, and those recipes can be found. Let's just go ahead and say you go to your automations, you go to create a workflow, select from template, and we have all these recipes here that you can check out. Okay, and this is really cool. So you got snapshots on everything. So this recipe, for example, this recipe is going to be the email drip sequence that's based on open conditions. So these are going to be more advanced workflows. So take your time with them, click around, see if it might be a good fit. And then you can star them and see if you want to save them to your favorites. I also have actually, I thought I had several of my templates and favorites, but maybe not inside the demo account. All right.
No, the
So
other one.
yeah, not to worry about that. All right. Next update is we will eventually, well, this isn't on all accounts, but you should be able to set your subject line inside the template. So it's going to be the same subject line when you need to use the template for a campaign or in
Or
an
workflow. Yep.
or
Hmm.
workflow. That's right. It's going to be important. Oh, I like this. Okay, so now you can select multiple opportunity cards inside that visual pipeline that you have. So if you need to move, let's say you have a bunch of people on a wait list, or you just need to remove a bunch of people from a stage, or you can move them. You can select it and then click that little edit button here, and you can move all these people to a particular stage or different edits. So I really like this. And you'll see that when you hover your mouse over the contact card, that little check mark will apply. Any
Oh,
other further comments from you on that, Nicola?
no, that's pretty much it. I think people were a little limited having to do one opportunity at a time, but now we can push them, for example, post intake pipeline or a specific stage very quickly. So
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah. You can see here, you can just select a bunch at once and then see you have your different edit options right over here on that. Update status, opportunity value, lots of things. Because there's also that list view as well here that you can start to filter and see just a different view of what those opportunities look like. But I love this idea of being able to bulk update. All
Yep,
right.
pretty cool.
Voice AI. Okay, so now with voice AI, let's say you do like a free 10-minute consultation. You have a user inside TheraSaaS that's an intake coordinator or someone on your team, and you typically will be happy to do like a 10-minute free consult or a 15-minute. So if you have a TheraSaaS calendar inside of TheraSaaS, you can then set up a trigger or actually you can actually integrate voice AI. So if voice AI answers, this is like your virtual receptionist, you can have them book an appointment, a consultation call, just from that voice AI receptionist having a conversation. Right? Is that what it sounds like to me, Nicola?
Yeah, that is one of the actions alongside collecting the information from the caller or starting a workflow, sending an SMS or email. Now the AI receptionist can book appointment based on your therapist calendar availability. So
Yeah.
that
I mean,
is
I've been trying to get a video to this together, but we've had more and more TheraSaaS users wanting this. So you can use the voice AI receptionist as like an after-hour answering service. So if you have your team that's like 9 to 5, you can schedule the voice AI to answer that call after hours. And you could we like to set parameters to really just do three things. One, get the name, because when somebody calls using the TheraSaaS number and the AI answers, you only get their phone number. So the voice AI is then going to get a name and an email address and a reason for calling. Now, Nicola is our resident AI expert for TheraSaaS, so he will help you set that up. We also have knowledge base articles on that. So if you wanted to go over to the knowledge base here and just look up voice AI receptionist, you can check it out. We have a walkthrough video of me testing it out, but also setups in the Google Docs with prompts and everything. So be sure to check that out, because we keep adding to that all the time, different features, and including new features. We have 20 new voices that have been added. All right, so calendars. One thing about calendars is there's a lot of things that you could tell it to do. And so now we have these nice little information bubbles that have been added, little tool tips. That's what we
Tips.
call them.
That's right.
Tool tips. So if you need any information, just hover your mouse right over that and it'll tell you what to do.
Yep.
All right, social planner. So my one of my virtual assistants uses this for TheraSaaS and also for another business of mine. And we do a lot of videos and a lot of images. And there's this cool, nice little button now that you can toggle it. So if you upload some assets to the social planner, click that little button and it's going to optimize it for each one of those channels that you've had selected. So if that's LinkedIn or Instagram or Facebook, it's all right there. Anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, that's pretty much it, but
Okay.
it gets a lot easier.
I'm going to be doing a deep dive because we're also integrating AI more into this. You can see that little AI button right there. Help you write some copy.
Yep.
All right. Sorry, I'm going to zoom back in here. Webinar. So if you want to create a webinar, we have a easier way to do that in creating a webinar flow. So check it out. Webinars of the future. This is sort of like a mini webinar, but it's not
I'd
live.
love to. I'd love to learn more about this as well on my end.
Yeah. I got to do a deep dive on webinars because it's not just setting up the back end that TheraSaaS can do to be able to collect email addresses and send reminders, but it's also how to structure one. It's going to be
And
important.
you can even host it and prepare everything for it. Yeah. So
Yeah, all within TheraSaaS. It's pretty awesome. So this is what, like, for those who've gone through a lot of my onboardings, this is like level 3, right? So this is the marketing side of things. Okay. Enhanced button styling and customization. So for your forms, you can do more things with them, like as far as colors, maybe some animations as well, shadows, things like that. So check that out if you want to get fancier with your button. By the way, there's also a nice little help desk. I think that's actually might be in the self onboarding course too. But after somebody clicks that button, what's the message you want it to show? Or do you want it to redirect to a thank you page that gives them more information? I have some really cool marketing tips on that as well. So be sure to, do you know if that's in the knowledge base, Nicola?
Let me double check. But I've been talking about on submit
Yeah,
quite a
form
bit.
submission notifications on this. So I have a little video on here. I don't know if oh, that's that's Troy giving an overview. But I have something I think inside of the onboarding course that does a little deeper dive on after that click, right? So how are you serving and giving them just the right amount of information? Because don't assume everybody knows how counseling works. So what are you doing after they click that submit button? Or, you could send some emails with an automation through TheraSaaS. You can land them on another part of your website with
URL.
some instructions. Yeah. Okay. I guess, you know what? Shameless plug. One of my marketing clients. Let me bring it up. I'll show you what this looks like because I think this is important. Since we have a little bit. So one of my marketing clients. Give me a second to bring up this email. Okay, or this page. So what I did with my marketing, one of my marketing clients, Carly here. She's amazing. She's doing great work out in Utah. If you're out in Utah, look up Carly. She's in the Salt Lake area, just south of Salt Lake in Provo and Thule. Okay, so when somebody submits her TheraSaaS form, it redirects them to this page. Okay, and she has a little video that says, "Thank you so much. It takes a lot of courage to submit for an appointment. Here's some next steps to include." And then I said, "Look, let's take the most frequently asked questions and put them on that thank you page." You can see it's a thank you page here. By the way, this is a bit of a diatribe. Actually, not. It's a longer. I'm not angry about anything, but marketers love thank you pages because they can use this page as a conversion page. So if somebody lands on this page, like for Google ad purposes and other things, they can mark it as a conversion. But you're going to continue. The idea is you continue to serve them, right? So how to prepare for your first visit, how we work with parents. These are just little videos here that just prepare those parents for those next steps for therapy. Okay. And the way you do that, let me just, Nicole, I'm having too much fun. Let's go to Builder, the form
I
builder.
love that.
Let's
I
just click
love
on
that.
form 13 here. I have no idea what it is. You go to settings. Now you have a general message here, right? Thank you for taking time to complete this form. If you don't have a thank you page to redirect them, you can be more personalized here if you want. for this intake form or for this, whatever. Now, the thing is where you would go to open URL, this is where you put the URL to be directed to like a thank you page, like I just showed you up here. Okay.
Awesome.
So if you haven't done it yet, talk to your web developer, right? Because, Nicola, at the end of the day, we're here to simplify sales and marketing for practice
And
owners
I
and how to use
do,
TheraSaaS
yeah,
July.
I've seen a lot, yeah, not a lot, but occasionally people do complain about, somebody fills out a form and, and then ghosts because sometimes, people do not know what to expect. So this could be very, very
I
useful.
think it's
Love
very
it.
helpful. Yeah. All right. Well, all that from just the button. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Surveys and quizzes. Now, we had a very awkward progress bar when it came for surveys and quizzes on mobile mode. That should be fixed now. All right. So that should be updated.
Yep.
Now, some people like to use chat support on their website. A couple things you need to know about this is one, there's different ways you can provide chat support. One is live chat. Don't use live chat if you don't have someone to answer right away. People have expectations with chat that someone's going to respond very quickly. So if your team's not prepared to do that or equipped, don't put it. You could also have a chat bubble that functions as like, give me your name, email, and phone number, and you get the consent boxes, right? So there's one of my marketing clients who uses TheraSaaS. It's right down here. Very similar. Do you have a question? Someone on our team will get back to you. So it's just a very simple form that they can
That
fill out.
collects data. Yeah, lead
It collects
data.
the data, right? So I think that's important. You can set that up. I think it's in Sites, and you have a chat widget here. So there's different ways you can create a chat widget. So I would encourage you to just do the SMS, email, chat. Keep it real simple. Of course, you can combine all of them together, but just start simple. And then there's some code you can put on your website. All right. The chat. So now you can actually, people can upload documents if you want to it. Right. So maybe there's an insurance card or something you need right away. They can just fill out that little chat bubble. All right. There we go. We're at the end. So if you're watching this Release Radar and you haven't bought TheraSaaS yet, schedule a demo with me. Make sure it's a good fit for your practice. Would love to sign you up. We also have, along with this Release Radar, lots of videos that we have up on TheraSaaS, especially how to build a powerful brand. Let me show you. Let me just show you. Let's just go there. We've been posting some really cool shorts from my talk, little bite size, my talk from at the Meet You in Kentucky. Look at this one. Google threw this at a bunch of people, over 1,000 views on it. Why trust is the number one factor in building a brand. But we have a lot of videos, and starting in September, I am doubling down on the other videos that I'll be creating to help simplify sales and marketing for practice owners. I just released this one about a month ago, how TheraSaaS can save practice owners money. I have been talking to a lot of practice owners, Nicola, and they're saying that TheraSaaS saves their intake team like 5 to up to like 10 hours a week in just manual work that they used to have to do with their old systems, like a ton of time, that will pay for the cost of TheraSaaS alone, just redeeming productive time for their intake team. So
Exactly. So join us. We're
yeah.
waiting for you. Yep.
So here we go. Boom. Presentation ended. Thank you for your attention, and we will see you in the next video. Thanks, Nicola, for putting the slides together. Really appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Thanks, everybody, and talk to you soon, hopefully.
All right. Bye.